Hi, this is Joe and welcome back to the Fab Lab. Have another Dodge Ram 1500 project here. I've just picked up a Tyger soft roll-up tonneau cover. The bed size that I have on my truck is 6 feet 4 inches. So let's open this up and see what it's going to take to install this. One of the nice things I notice about this cover, actually a couple things. The cover comes in like a little Tyvek bag. So if you ever want to pull the cover off and stick it somewhere in your garage or wherever, you can slip it back inside the cover. Damn airplane. And which is pretty nice. Let me show you something else compared to some of the other tonneau covers that I've seen. It seems to be a really nice quality one. The clamps that hold the strips with Velcro on them, your clamps mount in and hold these brackets onto the bed rails here. These are aluminum brackets, and they have a little rubber piece on here to protect the edge of your bed, so it's not going to stretch it up. The other ones I've seen on the web and reading some of the comments on Amazon is that they are made of plastic, and after a while that plastic will break on you. So I'm rather happy that these brackets are made of aluminum and have little rubber strips to protect your the portions of the bed where those clamps clamp to the upper rails on the bed. So let's go ahead and pop this thing open. I'm going to pause the camera for a minute and then we'll start doing the install. First of all, we want to take the clamp-on brackets and set them on top of the bed. There's an end that has two little fasteners. They go toward the rear of the tailgate section. Let me slide these on and I'll show you. There's a little bracket here, and when you flip or roll your bed back, it clips in to this bracket here. So let's go ahead and put the other one on, and let's pull out the fabric or vinyl, and we'll see how it looks and get it ready to put on. Here's the track, and here's the rolled up vinyl. This track has a groove in it right here. And there is hopefully you can see this, there is a Phillips head screw that screws into this plastic bracket right here. And in the back of this bracket is a nylock nut. So what you're supposed to do is insert this plastic piece in through this track and then tighten it and put the screw in there, and then that's supposed to hold the roll-up vinyl piece into the track, and then as you unroll it, it comes down here and lets you Velcro it onto the side rail. So I just wanted to make sure. You probably won't be able to see that when I go up front and put that on because it's on the inside. So just want to show you that. So let's go ahead and pull these screws on both sides. Let's lay the roll-up cover on top of the rear of the bed, and let's try to get this thing laid out properly. Hopefully you can see this. Here's the top portion of the cover. There's a rubber boot on the bottom of that, and that rests on the cross member of the truck bed. Here's the railing, and here's the little plastic tab that has to slide in there. See if I can get that in there on camera so you can see how that goes. Okay, as you can see, I'm sliding that rail all the way into the tab, into the rail, and then we're going to take that screw from the inside and screw that in there. Let me see if I can get the camera inside the bed of the truck so you can see that going in. If not, you just screw it in from the inside of the track, in the bed, in through the bracket, inside this track. We are kneeling inside the bed, and right here where my finger is, I push that track into the mounting portion of the base of the roll-up cover. So now what we're going to do is take that screw and stick it in the hole. Again, there's a nylock nut in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this up. And I'm holding the cover with my hand, so I'm not going to be able to get it really tight, but when I'm done screwing this in, I will switch hands and really tighten this screw up. But as you can see, that's you have to do this on each side of the railing. And there you go, that's tightened up. Okay, now what we have to do is there's a piece of rubber foamed insulation rubber strip. I'm going to put that here on the bed to make sure that we have no water leaks up near the truck cab. And so let me tighten that screw up. I'll show you where that rubber strip is going to go, and then we'll continue on with the next steps, which is positioning the roll-up tonneau cover, and then putting on the bed clamps. Across the top of the bed, right near the window, on the 4-gen trucks, 4th generation, there's a slight gap where the front of the bed, it is not at the same height as the side rails of the truck. So on 4-gen trucks, they give you this rubber gasket here. So we're going to glue that rubber gasket on. If you have a 5th-gen truck, that front portion of the bed is equal in height to the side rails of the bed, so you probably won't need that rubber seal, but I'm going to put it on mine. My truck is a 2019 4th gen, which is a 1500 Classic. So let me go ahead and mount that on, and then we'll start looking at what it's going to take to put the clamps on the side rails. We're going to mount 3 brackets on each side. Now how this works is when the nut is loose, this expands. You're going to come in inside the track, pull it out, get the widest width you can, and then you're going to put the little tab down inside the track, and then you're going to tighten. And again, the rubber strip that's inside this bracket is going to rest along the inside of your bed. So we're going to put space 3 out per side, and then we're going to tighten them up. Let's go ahead and tighten up one, and then I'll do the others off camera. Okay, I'm not going to tighten them all the way tight just yet. I'm going to do a fitting, unroll the soft tonneau cover, check it, make sure everything fits snugly, and then I'll do the final tightening on all the clamps. Let's pull the tonneau cover back, or unroll it, and see how it fastens at the tailgate end. We have the roll-up cover on. We've tightened up the clamps, and what I found is toward the rear there's 2 little latching pieces on the roll-up cover, and there's that little bracket down near the end by the tailgate. I'll show you that here in a second. In order to get that latch to lock, you have to move in the side rails in side or toward the inside of the bed in order for those latches to fit. Let me reposition the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Inside the cover there's a latch here, or a cable, and you pull on that cable, and if you notice here, right here there's a latch. And in order to get that latch to properly fit, I had to move these side rails to the inside. Looks like about 1/4 of an inch on each side. So let me reposition the camera and I'll show you how you roll the cover up and then how you roll it back and fasten it. Once the latches are done, you can simply roll the cover back. If you want to roll it all the way off or all the way back, there's some straps that you can use to hold the roll tight. But I would imagine what you could do is just take it off. But let me show you how you now roll it back and then latch the latch. And then once you flip it back, the latches come in and they lock into the rear. There's a little groove, a mounted end at each end of the rail system, and that little latch has a V block on there. And when you pull that lever down and those latches come in, it locks into the side rails. So that's how you do or install the Tyger roll-up tonneau cover. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.